Welcome back to What's Going On. I'm your host, Colin Jobe. We have a really good show for you today. I don't know if you've been listening, but if you're concerned about growing your wealth, you got to pay attention to this show, because this gentleman right here with me, Ray Lawrence. Ray is from IGIC.CA. It's Intergenerational Income Corp. Folks, take a look at the website, check it out, and give Ray a call. Ray's been telling us a lot of great stuff about mortgages. And Ray, let's talk about, you talked about taxes before. And you gave me a mathematical equation that a simple guy like me could digest. And the figures are still running in my head right now. You talked about reducing your taxes. For example, someone paying $20,000 in taxes, it can be reduced to $6,000, saving you $14,000. Ray, what laws are we breaking here?
Well, like I said earlier, the wealthy pay little or no tax, and they don't break any laws. They just learn of techniques and strategies how to reduce and avoid taxes legally. Now, one of the best methodologies of reducing taxes, income tax, is owning commercial income property, not RRSPs, which is just a tax deferral. When you own income properties, you get huge tax breaks. Depreciation, the money you borrow to buy the property is tax deductible, the management fees are tax deductible, any upgrades are tax deductible. You can bring our taxes down to almost zero legally.
Almost zero.
Absolutely.
Is this happening? Have you seen any examples of this, Ray, or is this something in your imagination?
No, we're doing it for clients every day.
Really? So you know people that you've done this for?
We have a dentist who's had an income of over $1 million a year. An accounting firm was handling her tax returns and tax books. Her net income was $600,000. She still had to pay a lot of taxes. Somebody told her about us. Today she's a happy camper with us, paying a lot less taxes. And again, I'm repeating, one of the tools is owning commercial income property.
Right, but she's a high income earner, right? What about the average person out there who's,
the average person,
guy with a regular job?
Got a regular job.
He's not a dentist. He's not making high six figures.
No.
What's his possibilities?
I'll just give you an actual scenario. Somebody paying $20,000 in taxes, we reduce the tax to $6,000, save them $14,000. That $14,000 over the next 20 years, at 7% only, it could grow to over $13 million.
Sorry.
Hard to believe that you could be a millionaire.
Run that by me. I want to hear those figures again.
Okay.
Just
taking your $20,000 tax, if we were able to use a strategy legally to reduce that tax and take the difference and invest it at a 7% return, you can grow it to millions of dollars within a matter of 15 or 20 years. Millions. So that's millions of dollars that you are throwing away, which you didn't have to. And remember, that was your money, not your accountant's money.
So you're saying that a lot of people are out there, they're bleeding unnecessarily.
Unnecessarily. Now, all I'm challenging people to do is to spend an hour to find out how they could accomplish that. They don't have to invest money, they have to invest time, get information. The rest...
This is unbelievable, Ray. Unbelievable.
Well, this is why I'm glad I'm on this show, because I'm hoping that just a few people who are hearing about us in our office and around the city now will hear about us across the country and beyond.
Okay, really interesting. And folks, if you are interested in what Ray has said, and you haven't heard all of it, you've heard some of it, and we're going to touch on some more, feel free to go to the website, IGIC.CA, or give Ray a call, 1-800-975-6512. 1-800-975-6512. But Ray, this information, I almost feel as though I'm going to be arrested right after the show. It just sounds so out there. So I know, hopefully I wouldn't have to run for cover right after we're finished filming. But it's really unbelievable. And you also talked about insurance. Tell us about insurance. What are we doing wrong? In your opinion, what are we doing? What's the average person doing wrong in terms of insurance?
In my experience, I find that people pay too much for their insurance, and consequently they have very little coverage. They could have all the coverage they needed with less than what they're spending now on their premiums. And again, we like to challenge people to check this out with our specialists.
Right. Well, give me an example, right? Because you're telling me, look, this is what and you can tell me if this is what I'm getting from what you're telling me. If I have a policy, in theory, and this every situation is different for people. If I have a policy that's paying that's $100,000, you're saying, and I'm paying $50 a month. You're telling me in theory, it's not impossible for you to get a policy that pays you, say, $150,000 a month, $150,000 over the life of the policy, for a lower price. Am I understanding you correctly?
You said it exactly right. Now, the only reason we can do this also, which sounds impossible, is because our specialists do not go out of the office to market insurance. People come to us.
And what difference does that make?
Now, if you want to have the convenience of somebody coming to you, then you have to pay for convenience. It's like going to Rabba to do your grocery shopping. Now, you might go to a convenience store just for milk or bread that you forgot to buy. But when you're doing a grocery shopping, you make your list and go to a big supermarket once a week. Otherwise, you're going to pay 20-30% extra. So, and that's what most people do with their insurance, with their mortgage. They pay more than they should because they don't shop around.
So in essence, what am I doing when someone comes to see me? Am I paying for their gas? Unbeknownst to me, I'm paying for their gas. Is that what you're telling me?
You're paying more than for the gas.
Oh, really?
Because over the years, the few dollars extra you pay could run into hundreds of thousands of dollars if that extra dollar was put to work for you.
So I'm paying him, in essence, I'm paying him to take more of my money.
Well, that's exactly what you do for lack of information. So
Wow.
you need to spend that time, check with our specialist. The worst case scenario, you wasted an hour of your time. But as I speak, most people are losing on their taxes, on their insurance, on their mortgage and loans. And these three items take up more than 60% of your income. Just income tax and mortgage payments alone take up 50% of your income. You add insurance to that, that's over 60%. Now, how can you get ahead financially if you're messing up with 60% of your income month after month, year after year? So we like to fix that first before even you look at any investments like properties, which we promote very heavily.
Right? Because you know, the picture you're painting is actually rather grim. We're clueless, but it's a grim picture.
It is very grim. You know, countries are going bankrupt, but I don't blame them because it's not their money they are spending. But when you're spending your money and you go bankrupt, that's a shame.
That's a scary thought, right?
It is scary. And in fact, today, many people are now coming to our office because they realize the party is over. Things are tough in the world of finances. Countries are struggling, corporations are struggling. For a small individual, it's a struggle. So you need all the help you can get. And if you can't take that help, which is for free, I repeat, for free.
I'm struggling with that concept there, Ray. I mean, usually when you hear of this kind of information, it has to cost you something somewhere along the line. And you're telling me, you know,
Let me clarify. We make money.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be you paying us because we get paid from the mortgage companies, from the insurance companies, from the.
So somebody's paying us. Okay. Okay. So it's not. So the person isn't out of pocket.
No. So we are reducing your costs of these different items, and we get paid by the institution that get the business. We also make money because that money we freed up, we start investing it for you into the best asset you could own, which is commercial real estate.
Right. Right. And you were talking to me before about properties down south, and we know that the U.S. has serious problems in the U.S. right now in terms of real estate. You know, states like Arizona, Florida, a lot of the other southern states, Georgia, have had severe depression, so to speak, in terms of real estate prices. And it all sounds I tell you, I like to go to the southern U.S. I like Florida in particular, but I live here in Canada. Why should I be? You know, how can I get a home in the U.S.?
Okay. Like I said earlier, I've been 40 years in the world of finances. So I'm used to helping clients to make more with their money. So we're not in the real estate business. We don't sell real estate.
Oh, you don't?
We take the money we free up from clients that are losing it in different areas, and we put it in the best asset that they should hold, which is commercial real estate.
Commercial real estate, okay.
So we have got people who buy and sell these properties for our clients. And they make profits within 90 to 120 days.
Ray, come on. 90 to 120 days? Because when you talk about properties, generally you're talking years before you start seeing any results, right? And you're talking months. So you have flipped the script there.
Yeah. I'm glad you said generally, and I agree with you. Generally, people buy a property and hold it. We don't believe in holding it because we don't know what the future is. Today, we are living in a society where we want instant coffee, instant printing, instant photographs. So we also have lots of clients who love instant profits. So when we buy a property, we don't buy it from the market. We don't buy it from the MLS listings. We buy it in an auction below the market value, and we sell it at market value within 50 days, 100 days, 120 days, and make a profit.
And people actually buy this? Because I'm thinking, if the market is flooded, why would I buy a home at market value if I know the area is depreciated?
Right. That's right. In fact, many intelligent clients come and tell us, if the banks can't sell it and the government is stuck with all those properties, how can you sell it? Now, Colin, you have to understand that in any community, in any society, 95% of the people are not so smart. They buy stocks when it's going up or when it is up.
95%.
They don't buy it when it's down. The 5% or less than 5% are smart enough to buy it when it's rock bottom. Now the same thing with real estate. Most people are buying properties today. When the prices are up, the bubble might burst, but they're still buying properties today. Now we have got 5%, less than 5% of the people whom come to us who want to buy properties in the US when it is rock bottom. They'll never get those prices ever again. So those people are the ones who are our customers who buy the property after we get it from an auction. Okay?
Really?
And we make a profit instantly. And we're doing this, we've sold over 300 properties in the last 2 years. Now when you sell over 200 properties, you've got a good feel for how to do that business. And we've got specialists who do that. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to learn how to do it.
You yourself don't know how to do it?
No.
But you know people who do.
We have people who know how to buy. We've got other people who know how to fix it quickly within a week or two. And there are other people who know how to sell the property for a profit. So there are three different players. That's why we call it a team. There's no one person who can do that.
So let me see if I understand this correctly. So you're buying it below market value, and you're selling it at market value in a depressed market.
It doesn't matter if it's depressed, suppressed, rising market, any
and people
market.
People are buying it. People are buying it.
People are buying it. They're coming from all over the world. Germany, England, Europe, Russia, and they're buying these properties. Chinese. So we're making money for our clients within 90 days to 120 days.
Very interesting.
Now, if you can make 20-30% on your money today, anywhere, don't come to us. But if you can't make anywhere close to that kind of money, please check it out. Check it out.
What do you got to lose?
You got nothing to lose. See, if we make a profit, if we don't make a profit on the property, if you don't make a profit on the property, we don't make a profit. Unlike mutual funds, where whether you lose money or not, the broker, the fund company, they still
you got to pay those fees. You have to pay those fees. You have to pay those fees.
They're making that 3-4% management fees, regardless whether the market is down or up.
Right.
In our case, with our clients, if the client doesn't make 40%, we don't make the 60% of the profit. So the client always makes money. If the client doesn't make money, we don't make money.
So it's a win-win situation.
It's a win-win. Because we don't have a whole team of people working for no money. We get 60%. We get a very handsome profit. But we don't get it until you, the client, consumer, gets it.
Great.
Now, another thing I would like to leave on that note, there's only about 2 or 3 years window of opportunity because those prices are not going to stay down forever. It's like a garage sale on your street. If you hear there's a garage sale, you and your wife will run there to see what's available cheap. Not at 12 o'clock at noon, you go at 8 o'clock in the morning before the good things are gone. So a little cautionary note that if somebody wants to take advantage of this opportunity, we've got a good 2-3 years window.
You got to move now.
Move now.
Great. Ray, I want to thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
I've learned a ton. Just to let you know, you've thrown everything that I've learned out the window. But it's been interesting. It's been very exciting, and I think it has been for the listeners as well. So, folks, once again, if you're interested in what Ray has to do, you want to contact Ray, take action immediately. The website is IGIC.CA, and the phone number is 1-800-975-6512. Once again, the phone number is 1-800-975-6512. Ray, thanks a million. Appreciate it. Enjoyed it immensely. And I think our listeners
enjoyed being
did.
on the show.
Great. We'll come again.
Thank you.
Come again, enlighten us, and tell us what we're, tell us what we're doing wrong and how we can stop being sheep.
I hope we'll have a series of these events,
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will.
Learning doesn't happen in one event.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've got to be deprogrammed, so it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
All right, folks, that concludes another episode of What's Going On. Hope you had a great time listening. I know I did. Stay tuned right here on REMIC TV.